Hello, and welcome back to Funnelheads, and today we're going to be going over the Carnival Cruise Line shareholder benefits, as well as how to receive those benefits. Carnival announced recently that they basically switched the process up. They hired a third party or partnered with a third party service company to basically handle this. That company is called Stockperks, and I did this personally and kind of did a step-by-step, screen recording to show you, exactly what to do to make it a little bit easier, because it can be just slightly confusing, especially the first time you use this new app. Now, I did do a full video on all of the benefits that you receive, as well as for all the different companies that fall under Carnival, corporation, the umbrella of Carnival. If you want to take a look at that, I'll put it in the description box. But real quick, the benefits that you would receive if you owned 100 shares of Carnival Cruise Line, either ticker symbol CCL or CUK, you would get $50 of onboard credit per stateroom for sailings of 6 days or less. You would get $100 onboard credit per stateroom on sailings 7 days to 13 days. And for 14 days or longer, you would get $250 of onboard credit per stateroom as well. So unfortunately, I can't give you financial advice whether or not to buy 100 shares of Carnival stock, but, talking from my own personal experience and my family's experience, we have owned Carnival shares from when it was, record highs in the $60 a share range to, the real lows during the pandemic at like $6 a share and everything in between. I would say that even, if we sold at this point with our losses, it has been financially worth it because, of course, we have gone on so many Carnival cruises and we've used this benefit every single cruise that we've went on. So, all the onboard credit that we've received over the years has far outweighed, some of the losses that we would concur. And hopefully one day, Carnival Cruise Lines as a company can eliminate a lot of their debt, move forward, financially successful. And I think we're starting to see that. Again, I can't give financial advice, but, you just got to look at it, how many times, you cruise throughout the year or years, and kind of break it down on what it's going to cost to get those 100 shares. Now, real quick, before we go through the step-by-step process on the new app, I wanted to read something that John Heald had posted. He is, of course, the brand ambassador for Carnival Cruise Line, and he stated, "As a proud employee of Carnival Cruise Line, I am not able to say too much about purchasing shares in Carnival Corporation. However, I know many of you have, and many of you possibly will be doing. For those that purchase 100 shares or more, you will receive the $100 of onboard credit per cabin when you cruise. Claiming that onboard credit used to involve sending a fax. Yep, a fax, and then we moved to an email claim, which, let's face it, it was not always a perfect way to make sure you received your onboard credit. The email can no longer be used, so recently we moved to using an app, such as the Way of the World. Many of you have written me asking about this and how it works and some concerns, so I thought I would share this with you, and so that your concerns will be eased and explain how the process works. We fully appreciate your concerns. Stockperks takes their user privacy and data very seriously, otherwise Carnival wouldn't have partnered with them. Entering via Plaid is the fastest and most secure way to confirm your Carnival Cruise Line stock ownership. Importantly, Stockperks does not see or keep any record of any user's login credentials. That remains totally between you and your financial institution. These procedures are similar to other platforms where a consumer links accounts from two different financial institutions. So the reason that I wanted to share John Heald's post was just to revalidate that. Unfortunately, this is the only way to claim the benefits moving forward. You can't use the fax or the email, which we did both back in the day. So now let's go through the process in detail, starting out with, what app to download, where it is, and then going through the process step by step. So that way it makes it as easy as possible for you guys. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, download the stockperks app, which looks exactly like this. Once you download it, you're going to just want to follow the prompts on screen, create your account. You're going to have to verify your email. Now, once you're actually into the app, past all of the creating account and verifying all of that good stuff, you'll see all the different companies that you could potentially, have different stock perks for. Of course, we really only care about Carnival Corporation today, so click on Carnival Corporation and PLC. Of course, it'll tell you the eligibility rules. Once again, minimum of 100 Carnival shares, and they basically need this process started at least 4 weeks prior to your departure date, so that is important to give them time to basically verify everything. Then you're just going to click validate your portfolio to check eligibility, and it'll take you to the next screen. Now, this next screen is going to give you a few different options. Of course, if you live in a different country, you're going to want to click the appropriate box here, but we're going to just concentrate on Plaid, which is the first option, and then we'll go over Fidelity, which is the second option. Now, what we did was we clicked the first option to get everything verified because this is basically every brokerage except for Fidelity, of course, and most of our shares are with Edward Jones, so we went ahead and clicked the first option. Now, once you click that first option, you're going to be taken to this screen, which is basically allowing Plaid to connect your account, and Plaid is a very reputable source. We've used it for tons of different transfers over the past prior years, and of course, like John Heel, the brand ambassador, said, this company is trusted 100%, otherwise they wouldn't have partnered with it. So you're going to go ahead and click allow. You're going to have to verify your phone number. They'll send you a code, put that code in, and voila. Now, once past this, you're going to type in the brokerage that your shares are held in. So for example, ours are with Edward Jones, so we typed in Edward Jones, but you can type in basically any brokerage in there except for Fidelity, of course. Once you get past that, it's going to take you to a screen basically authorizing, the connection between the brokerage as well as this app. Now, once it actually connects, you may have to re-verify again now with whoever your brokerage is. So Edward Jones wanted to verify a code being sent to my phone number, making sure that, of course, I established this connection and not somebody else. Now, once the connection actually goes through, you'll be taken back, and now it'll say eligible under all of the different, basically cruise brands under Carnival Corporation that you're eligible for. So in this case, you have Carnival Cruise Line, Costa Cruises, Holland America, P&O Cruises Australia, P&O Cruises UK, as well as Princess Cruises. Now, again, today we're focusing on Carnival Cruise Line, so you're going to want to click Carnival Cruise Line once again. Of course, it says eligible now, and this will take you to the screen where you're actually going to apply for the benefit to be submitted to your cabin or your reservation. You're going to want to put in, of course, your booking number, which can be found either in the email that you booked the cruise with or on carnival.com, the date that your cruise departs, first name, last name, email, and then, of course, the ship that you're going to be on. Then once you put in all that information, you're going to hit submit, where you will be taken to this screen that says your onboard credit claim has been submitted. We have submitted your claim and will contact you within 5 business days if your claim has been approved and applied to your itinerary. Now, I did this about 3 days ago, and we already have the onboard credit on for our next Carnival cruise coming up, which is going to be March 9th on the Carnival Elation. So we ended up getting $50 of onboard credit for that just by having, the 100 shares of Carnival. Now, real quick, we were going to discuss the second option on here, which is the Fidelity US base. So if you have your shares in Fidelity, they have a little bit different of a way to, upload your statement. So basically, you're going to print out your statement showing, your name, your account number, the date, as well as how many shares of Carnival that you own. Once you do that, you're probably going to want to block out a lot of the other information and then take a picture of that, with your phone camera or whatnot. You're going to upload it right onto the app. Then after you submit that, they'll come back if you are eligible for this perk. All right, so basically that is how you submit your onboard credit claims. Overall, is a pretty easy process, a little bit confusing for the first time. That's why I wanted to make this step-by-step video. It was a little bit harder for us as well, just because, like I said, I was having a little bit of issues connecting to Edward Jones' server. So hopefully you won't, come across that issue like we did. If you have any questions in regards to this video or anything else, leave them in the comment section below. If you like videos like this, consider subscribing, liking the video. It is certainly appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you right back here in the next video or on a cruise ship one day. Catch you later.